And imagine the neck being like an oval or something like that. And so on the neck, you have a hole.
There's a hole in my bowl, so plug it with the nugget. So plug it with the nugget. So plug it with the nugget. There's a hole in my bowl, so plug it with the nugget. So plug it with the nugget. So plug it with the nugget. Well, stand up's nice, ground game's getting sicker. Don't watch my size just because you think you're bigger. I'm like a stepping razor with the Peter Tosh figure. I keep it in the jar, but it ain't clear liquor. The moonshine country time is shooting stars flicker. To the rooftop, back where mom and dad were bigger. Put it in the air and I don't mean squeeze the trigger. Pull it from the stone and we never have a digger. Ho, whoa, too much info. Dirty undercover, nothing got me at the show. Barney Fife power tripping brown cargoes. Shackle on my wrist to the truck, here we go. Not the first time, hopefully the last though. Policeman, I wanna know the road to the show. To check down that Babylon and murder Joe slow. So since you got the high grade, let me bust the flow. There's a hole in my bowl, so plug it with the nugget. So plug it with the nugget. So plug it with the nugget. There's a hole in my bowl, so plug it with the nugget. So plug it with the nugget. So plug it with the nugget. There's a hole in my pipe, man. Game still tight, man. I was under the weather, but now I feel like man. Everything's on point, except we maybe need a hike, man. Brother, you should holler at me. What you saying? What I'm working with is screaming louder than a fight fans. Think you're like a dirty man, designated right hand. Indica help me sleep, sativa with my right hand. I smell it in my dreams because I keep it in my nightstand. Well, fella, I'm sorry to tell you, it's no longer there. I crept with a ninja suit and infrared, you was hardly there. Aware, wrapped in underwear in all your hair. I poofed the L to the dome on the couch and put it in the air. That beautiful, purple, indica. And I'm sorry if I offended you, but I stole your song and bone so I could finish her. That weed song, that danky dank, that high grade prime minister. That real strong, that Cheech and Chong, that King Kong, that finisher. There's a hole in my bowl, so plug it with the nugget. So plug it with the nugget. So plug it with the nugget. There's a hole in my bowl, so plug it with the nugget. So plug it with the nugget. So plug it with the nugget. But it's 420 somewhere on some stoner's broke ass watch. So that scientifically proves that it's okay to smoke the pot. When it's time to smoke the weed, everybody be like me first, but let me write the weed song, cause I do the most weed search. All I'm trying to convey is that I'm eager to smoke the reed, for the herb runs through my veins until the marijuana's feet hurt. Let life be my teacher, know that Babylon is a creature. Everything is recorded and this presentation is featured. So lights, cannabis, action, take 5 and to go rehearse. I got a weed flavor, beard and resin stains on my t-shirt. So please sir, let the fans blaze down in the bleachers. From the doctors to lawyers to judges and thinkers, I'm pretty sure ballers wanna blaze up off the wood bench. Service smoke of the dumpsters and line cooks under hood vents. Of that goodness gracious, I can't wait to get home and taste this. I work all week on my hard working feet and I'ma let it go. So put a cloud in the air if your work day's long. Plug it with the nugget, plug it with the nugget. Drop 20 on gas, gas light still on. Plug it with the nugget, plug it with the nugget. There's a hole in my bowl. Plug it with the nugget, plug it with the nugget, plug it with the nugget. There's a hole in my bowl. Plug it with the nugget, plug it with the nugget, plug it with the nugget.
I shish kebab fly.
The Mellow Dome. It's about that time, you're in the zone. Welcome home to the Mellow Dome. With us, the Monstin and all of his guests. One love, baby, you know we the best. We here to sow the seed, consult the weed, be wise to deed, and hack the holy feed. And hang with the wisdom, beat the system. On my ball of friends, I haven't missed on. Open up your mind and stop resisting. We know the world is flat, and that's a fat jack. But it's more than that. Fuck all the shit they say started with the bat. And any fat cat, Democrat, diplomat saying that.
Awake and bake, awake and baked, awake and baked, Mellow Dome.
Multi-streaming, beaming knowledge into your cerebrum. If you're hungry for the truth, you'll feed it. And I know some of us need it. We the best, hashtag undefeated. Y'all keep talking about a curve, we know you never seen it. You dilute the the truth, we come behind you with cleaning. We would debate you anytime, and you know we mean it. No ifs, ands, or buts, or in between it. Raise the vibration, create the sensation. It's meditation or emancipation, then creation. East Coast, West Coast, all across the plain. Everyone together, everything to gain. Planting seeds everywhere, water like the rain. Different topics every week, open up your brain.
Awake and bake. Awake and bake. Awake and bake. Mellow Dome.
We're not alone in the Mellow Dome. The best souls roam. We set the tone, connect to the flow, and then you will know. Learning from each other is how we grow. Inhale, exhale, get ready for the show. Love is the breath, truth is the form. It's us and Monster Baby, and he's bringing the storm. Open up your mind, meet us in the middle. A lot of more, smoke it up, listen to the sizzle. We bringing the truth, and we'll never let it fizzle. Love thy creator, there is nothing greater. Son of the Pater, we ain't got time for the haters. The earth is flat from here to the equator. Spitting facts for every negator, and serving them up like a waiter.
Awake and bake. Awake and bake. Awake and bake. Mellow Dome.
All right, welcome everybody to the Mellow Dome. We got a critical thinking smoke sesh number 3, baby, number 3. I told you guys I was gonna do some little spontaneous. Ray, I sent it to you through text, bro. But yeah, I told you guys last show I'd probably do a little spontaneous thing, you know, because not gonna be doing an Awake and Bake Sunday, but I might be going live either Saturday or Sunday from my phone for a little bit just to show you guys the action and all that good stuff. But but yeah, you know, I told you guys, yeah, we're keeping that mellow train going. Christian had a fire ass stream earlier, and so just keeping that mellow train rolling, you know what I'm saying? So, and, you know, a couple things I want to talk about. We're just kicking it, hanging out. And there's a few topics I want to bring up. And of course, whenever I do my research, I do it with a fat ass joint. So that's another reason why I started these little spontaneous streams, the critical thinking smoke sesh, because when you dig into some topics and you're looking at information, it's always good to have a fat joint in your hand. You know what I'm saying? That's how I roll anyway. So, you know, obviously these streams are for people when, yeah, right. You know, you got your little ceremony, you go home after work or whatever, and you got something rolling, you're like, all right, what's on the tubes or something? What's something I can, you know, absorb while I'm smoking one? Well, this is it right here in the Mellow Dome. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be a great time hanging out with my homeboy Mike from THC. What's up, brother?
Getting rid of that propaganda and hanging out on the Mellow Dome is where you need to be when you want to watch something.
That's real. Hey, that's real. I sent out a couple links to people in the chat. They wanted to come on. No big deal. Just hanging out. I know it's a little spontaneous. Pretty cool. We already got a good group of people here, of course, already. Before we get into a few things, where's my notes?
Love those green hearts. Let's go.
Yeah, Bubba, young love, much love, much love. Let me do a quick shout out for the people that are here on this spontaneous stream. We got Captain Mojo. What's up? We got Jen and her husband's listening too. Shout out. You guys are awesome. Lucky. What's up, Lucky? Young love. Gonna be seeing you this weekend. My wife's very excited to be hanging out with you. She's not gonna have the children this time. She's very excited. We're gonna have a good time. Hippie Shake. What's up? Thank you. I'm feeling a lot better. Thank you for asking. Three Fingers. Much love. Is it Tread or Treed? I don't know if I'm saying your name right. Tri-D, I don't know. But thank you for being here. Much love, much love. Zaya Bob, how you doing? Ray, what's up, RFB? And that flat fellow, much love. Hell yeah. Salted Cedar, how you doing? Bunch of legends in the chat, of course. Joe, what's up, my brother? Can't wait to hang out with you this weekend as well. And your son, if I remember right. Dude, I just texted you. What you talking about, Ray? You literally just text me. and
You
text
said
me
you got
back.
the wrong number, fool.
No, man, I got it. It says Ray in my thing. We're texting each other.
It says Ray. Ray, it's going to
It says
Ray.
Ray. I already text you, bro.
Ray.
Text me again, and then I'll resend it to you. It's something's on your end, homie. Yaz child, much love. Jeannie, hey, I'm so glad you're here. Bunch of great people. Thank you. But yeah, so let me I couldn't find my regular lighter earlier, so I had to get the barbecue lighter. Man, Joe. All right. Well, next time for sure, man. For sure, brother.
Yeah, me too. I'm jealous as fuck.
It's gonna be a great time. The first video I just played, shout out to Waters Above in Zulu. That's
that
where
was
I'm gonna
cool.
be at this weekend, out on the beach, flag of the beach. Me and my wife with about over 50 other amazing people. It's gonna be a great fucking time. I can't wait. You know, it's gonna be really good.
If it's anything like Flattoberfest and you just transfer that over to the beach, I mean, I'm sure it's gonna be popping.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, dude. Can't wait. Imagine the size of joints. Yeah, I know, right, Jen? Exactly.
Oh, and y'all
Dude,
can
that type
barbecue
of
out there
shit's on my
too.
mind all the time, Jen. That's kind of that's why I asked if you want to come on, because the kind of stuff I'm bringing up, this is definitely up your alley. This isn't my expertise of research, but I'm learning into it. But we're not gonna get into that right quick. I want to bring up a couple things. Light your joints, people. The Mellow Vibe Tribe, let's fire it up. You know what I'm saying? Oh, ceiling fan, man. Damn, it's snowing there. Whoo, 24 degrees. Good Lord. I will enjoy the hot weather for
Wait,
you.
what? 24
For
degrees
sure.
where?
Where Richard's at? Ceiling fan, man.
At the beach. He said.
Oh, yeah. South Carolina Beach next. Yeah,
Oh,
Three
have fun.
Fingers. That's where I would like to see me and my family there someday, you know. Florida's great too, but, you know, I don't know. Just seems like there's more like-minded people up there than here. But yeah, so let me I want to share. Let me just do it like this. I'm just gonna save this image. Hold on, guys, 1 second. I'm just gonna save these images. So so this is like a funny story, right? So I found someone that does like designs and stuff, makes logos for people, and he's not a flat earther. But I feel like in the process of me describing to him what I want out of my logos, it's like he had to look into flat earth a little bit to understand, because I was telling him about the AE map and all that stuff, and it's like he had to have looked into it. You know what I mean? Resend the link. All right, I'll resend you the link. Sorry, guys, 1 second.
You know, I have that friend I told about Flat Atlantic that lives like an hour away from there. You got to send me that link to that song Jen made, that little video.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
I'll send that to her. Make it look. You know, that's really. I like that vibe of it too, man. For people that don't know what it's about, and then they see that, they're like, "Oh shit, man."
Yeah, isn't that such a welcoming vibe? You
Yeah,
know?
man, and the happy smile. You know, that's what I like to see, dude.
Can you guys hear an echo at all? Like, because I'm not using my headphones, so and is my audio okay? Because my mic was all jacked up that one time. I mean, it wasn't jacked up this last show, but
sound perfect to me.
Mike just helped me out with it, so I'm just trying to confirm if it's okay on y'all's end. And I'm not using headphones right now, so I just want to make sure you guys aren't hearing an echo. I'm dropping the link in the chat for you, Mike, and for everyone else. This is the link to.
Like I said, you might want to just put that mouse button right over that volume thing and just raise yours just a tiny bit on the left side of the.
How's that? Is that better? I raised it up a little more.
Yep. That was good.
All right, cool. So yeah, I just dropped the link in there for Waters Above, the video for Flat Atlantic 2.
Oh,
yeah. Jen's been dropping a lot of gravy lately. Steve has too. A lot of people have. I love it. And those collabs when it's like Steve, Jen, and CFM, dude. I love those fucking streams, man. I love those streams when them three put their heads together and stuff. like the whole biblical timeline is just so interesting to me, and where we could possibly be at is just mind blowing. But anyway, so back to this logos. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I changed the logo on my YouTubes, and I got this guy to create logos for me, Awesome Austin, and for my channels. Which I don't want people to think that something egotistical. That name just came to be, and I'm just keeping it that way so people know where to find me and all that stuff.
It works because there's nobody else with that name. I love it. When I searched for you the first time, I was like, oh, that's him right there.
Right. So let me bring him up. So yeah, in the process of getting, like, asking him or telling him what I want, it's like I had to flat smack him in the process. So it's pretty cool. And I'm keeping in touch with him where he's going to do some more things for me in the future. But here's the first one. So yeah, there's the one for Awesome Austin. What kind of my cushion am I smoking on? To be honest with you, bro, I do not remember what this is. But shout out to Latter-day Saints. That dude spitting, dude, I love his raps over there. I've played one of his songs before, and he's gonna have a little surprise for us here soon. So shout out to Latter-day Saints. He's a funny guy, and we'll have him on one day. People can come on in the chats, and they can drop a word, and he'll freestyle off of that word. So it's gonna be a good time. He's
coming on THC Sunday.
For real? Hell yeah, dude. That's cool as fuck. Yeah. Latter-day Saints.
Yeah. We were just talking like 10 minutes before the show.
Cool. That's cool.
He was asking about tonight, and I was like, "Oh, it's not my show." And I'll definitely let you come on Sunday.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, tonight's like just a little smoke sesh, getting a little gravy, that type of stuff. But yeah, for sure. Here's Ray. What's up, brother? What's up, Ray? Glad you came on, man. I'm glad you're on. At least because you know more about this whole the whole ancient Antiquitech stuff. Because I'm going to get into that here in a few minutes. But
all right, is that what we're talking about? I had no idea. I just got back from talking to it.
I have a few things I'm going to bring up. But yeah, that's really the majority of all this. I'm going to work around all of that, and I would just like to hear your guys' thoughts, everyone's thoughts. And let me just say this: anything that I bring to this show is because it interests me, and I would assume that it interests you guys, and I would just like to further the conversation, further the it's like a think tank to me. So I come across good information, it's like, or cool, interesting information, might not even be correct, and so I just like putting it out there, so yeah, that's where we're at. So much love, everybody. Thank you for being here. Got a good group of people. Hell yeah. Everyone's coming in. Melanie Moran, much love. Fam, what's up, fam? Singe Man. We got, I hope I say this right, Wolf Fox Bear? Fox Wolf Bear. Wolf Fox Bear.
Man Bear Pig.
Yeah. But yes. Send me a link. Oh, now Jen wants to join. Hell yeah.
Oh, you see? Yeah, there we go. We get the vibe so high. People are like, I have to join that, dude. I cannot.
Well, it's nothing like I'm not going to bring up. I'll send you the link, of course. But it's nothing. It's like.
She said, send me the link. I'll join.
It's about the ley lines, and how I honestly, this is obviously some type of grid system that we're on.
Brain gravy.
But we'll get into it. But yeah, so these are one of the logos. Let me come back over here. So what do you guys think of this logo? I think this is pretty cool. I'm going to take this one down, and I'm going to bring up the other one. All right, let me just bring up this one real quick. What do you guys think of this one?
He looks baked.
I like them both, but for your profile pic, I definitely like that other one.
Well, I don't know what I'm going to use it for. I don't even know how much I like this one, but I want to get some feedback. I've dropped this in the chat. I've dropped this in the Telegram group. I've dropped this on Facebook. I'm just trying to get some good feedback. I like the Awesome Austin one for
great color
for the YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
But just throwing it out there. Didn't know how interested you guys were, if you guys like this or whatever. I personally think that some people get real triggered over the AE map, but I do think it is the most correct map that we have. Not all maps are 100% obviously, but I mean, the military does use this map, so there is some validity to it. You know, let's not, you know, I'm not on that other bandwagon of the whole.
I remember
you know,
the
you
first
must
time
not
I was
use this
like,
map.
I heard that, you know, from a bunch of people that wasn't the right map, and I started researching more of the other maps, and then I was just like kind of freaked out. But then I think it was even Alex who put it to me. I was like, "What map do you go off of?" You know, and he's like, "It's the AE map, but you know, it's not perfect. No map is perfect, but it's not a fucking globe." You know,
Right,
and that made the most sense to me. That's the closest we got. Do I fucking know? No. Do you know? You know, it's like that's the closest we have.
right, right. That's real. To me, that's just how I look at it. It's the closest one we got. You know, I don't think any map is 100%. They all got a problem with basing the size of the continent off their economic status and
The
shit like
first
that.
person that
So
wants to come out and say the exact perfect map and this is how far it goes, we've measured, and like, sure,
I
go for
definitely
it.
don't follow no Pac-Man bullshit. That's
You can't make an accurate map anyway because they won't let us go to Antarctica. They won't
Exactly.
let us
So
go
like,
I
past
don't.
Antarctica, so we
I don't
don't know
even
what the
think.
whole place even looks like to make a map.
right.
Right, and I don't even think we can map this place. I could be wrong, but doesn't it say that somewhere in the Bible that we can't? I
If
don't
the
think we're meant to know everything. If that sounds bad to people, I don't know. I
I
just
say
don't
that all the
think.
time that we're not able to fathom where we're from and all this because we're just not meant. Maybe we're not meant to
Can you
know.
imagine how
Our
hard it would
brain
be to
can't.
map the world? Like, there's no way a map will be 100%. So, yeah.
Land masses
Yeah.
move, water moves.
I don't think even the people who make
New
the
shit
maps
takes place all the time.
been there to the whole world.
Right.
No one's seen the
Well,
whole
shit.
world.
Let's get into it. First, I want to show this shit. Let me go up to.
What really blows my mind though is when you look at any map, you can tell that it's just puzzle pieces that have broken apart. I wish I was here a long time ago to see it when it was a full piece.
Have y'all two ever met?
No, I
Y'all
mean
never
I
touched
talked
them
to him
together?
in the chat. I've never seen
I'm
him. I don't
saying
think. Have I ever been on a show with you? I might have been. I think I
Who,
came
me
on the
and you?
Mellow Dome.
this is
Yeah,
the
Yeah,
first time.
on a wake and bake all the time.
on the Wake and Bake.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
yeah. I'm
right.
always on the Wake and Bake, but I forget. I just pop in. I'm all stoned in the morning, and I fall asleep, and I forget I was even on there. You know what I mean? I wake up. I'm like, oh, I wasn't on the Wake and Bake.
All right,
yeah,
so this right here obviously is a footage of a SpaceX rocket launch, right? All these people are seeing this go across the sky. Now, I'm not here to argue whether it's legit or hologram or people are seeing. To me, I think they are shooting something up in the sky. Where they say it's going, I don't believe. I do not believe space as described is real. But it's just when you watch this, I hate this graphics that they put over this video. It really bothered me. But just watching this, it really makes me curious what the hell's going on up there. It's almost like going through a medium, like a liquid medium or something. And then I'm going to show something after. Look, someone got into a car accident watching it. You seen that? It looks like as if a boat, you know how a boat goes through the water and you see the wake of it behind it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks like a boat is on the other side, and you're looking at the bottom of the boat, right?
The thing
I've seen
is
that
when
before.
when it's that compact, you know, the same with chemtrails and things like that, they start out compressed up there, right? So it takes a long time for it to dissipate, whatever it is. And also fire is going to react differently with whatever's that high up there. There's different gases up there. It's not the same atmosphere.
Oh yeah, there's all kinds of layers of gases as you go up for sure.
Right.
And then
So it's
the
going to act
temperature.
differently.
Look
It's
at
going
that,
to
what's
light up
going on right
differently.
there in the center. You see that?
Right. There's something making it do that. And there's what like your shockwave pattern be, you know, or like you said, the boat wake of the whatever it's moving through.
Very fascinating to me. And then I just want to take it even further and show you guys this. It kind of looks like that to me. Is that a stretch?
I've seen this picture before, or something like it.
Whoa, can you zoom in on it? What the fuck is that?
That's as
That almost-
much as I
It's
can
a
zoom in.
person
almost looks like
inside
the
of a
one-
capsulated thing dipping.
It looks like the one that's on the pyramid that I seen on like I don't know, Ancient Aliens.
They
They
are
show it.
flying, bro.
Well,
That's
doesn't it kind of
awesome.
look like that? Does it not?
Yeah, it does. Is
So
that
what
the
if they
person
would?
in there, right?
Yeah, what if there's people in them? Oh, alien. Oh, it's not aliens.
Oh,
But
Well,
something.
I'm not saying that there's people in them. I'm not
Yo,
saying
nice
that. I know
That would be a
they
trip.
I know they depicted people in them, but what if at that time they were maybe angels or spirits of some kind?
So
And
if you look up anything that goes supersonic, you can do this with 10 feet off the ground too. You know,
what?
if
You
you
can
look
do
at
what?
something that's supersonic, you can make that air cloud 10, any height off the ground.
No.
Hmm?
No, I don't think you'd have to talk to Tommy about that unless I'm understanding you wrong. There's I don't know if they can do that going like so close to the horizon or to the surface of the earth. I think
Let me
there's a
see
reason
what
why
I
they have
can
to
find.
go up that high. But yeah, this shit right here just it definitely interests my attention because what we're seeing in the sky can be reported back in history, right? But they're telling us it's all this man-made stuff that they're doing. I just feel like what if they even push the whole this blue beam agenda, the blue beam project, right? And everyone's gonna be looking up and it's like, oh, aliens, right? And then people like us are gonna say, he is correct, visible. Okay, can be produced at all altitudes. All right, cool. Yeah, Mike.
Yeah, I don't need
Tommy
to look it up.
confirmed.
Okay.
You're right. See, I'm learning.
Oh,
I
that's
got
cool.
you.
I love
Jen.
this stuff.
Much
I've
love, Jen.
studied
I
this
got
shit
you on
all
with
day
this.
long. I love this shit.
How you doing, Jen?
I'm good. How you guys doing?
How you doing, Jen?
Doing great.
Hi.
But yeah, I was
Can't see
just
you, but
yeah, I got the screen on. Here, I'll take it off. I lost my train of thought. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, so the Blue Beam project comes, and people are saying aliens are here or whatever, and then people like us will just cast it away as a deception, a false flag, right? When all the while they could be actual signs in the skies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're supposed to be looking for signs in the moon, sun, and stars right now.
right. Absolutely. So
And
I feel like
they would mimic it. They would mimic it to try to throw us off.
And aren't they always mimicking everything? Like,
Yeah.
aren't they? Because they can't create them damn selves,
Exactly. Nothing new under the sun.
It's great to have you on, Jen. You haven't been on in a while.
I know it's been a minute. It sure has.
Hell yeah. I got some other stuff.
But yeah, I think you're right. Like, it's gonna be crazy if people like us are like, oh, it's just a projection, and then like it really is something real. Like that could be like what they're trying to do.
Right. I don't know. It's very
they do a lot of testing. The military has a lot of testing, so what we see down here as civilians we're not going to expect an everyday thing like that. And especially at those altitudes, like they have, these aren't commercial, what would you call them? Spacecraft, or excuse me, aircraft. And these aren't civilian aircraft. This is some of these things can be military testing. Where else are they going to test it? There's just like, we're going to see it.
Yeah.
right.
Well, Steve and I were thinking that was something that they were saying that they did, but it was actually something that because it was right over a populated area. They could have did that shit way off in the fuck. There's plenty of ocean to do that stuff, but they want to tell us, oh, it's Elon Musk and one of his special propelled rockets or something, right? Some new test over a fucking city. Are you kidding me? Like,
right.
They have to come up with these. Now, look, if they're willing to shoot things up in the air and tell us they're going to space and, all this bullshit, they'll lie about it all.
And that's what I think I think that's the key to it all, is you look for what the backstory is. Like, whatever the mainstream media story is, then that's bullshit. They're like, oh, well, it was this. They're hiding something,
Right. So, yeah, all that sky stuff is pretty fascinating. But what really piqued my interest that made me want to go ahead and just do it live tonight was this right here. Now, Where's it at?
Hey, Angela.
Oh, Angela's in the chat. Much love, Angela.
First in.
She's an OG.
Yeah, she's always sending me good stuff to watch.
Oh yeah, me too. She's great.
I watched some interesting stuff on, and I don't want to say, I don't want you to get the guy who was the big guy in World War II. Begins with an H. Yeah, I don't know if you say that these days.
Hitler.
In trouble, but man, there was some really interesting stuff. They always show him screaming at the
he
top
sent
of
me
his
the
lungs.
same shit. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry, but she sent me the same stuff. Very interesting.
And I never knew what he was saying in his speeches. He's just raving like a madman, blah, 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 and everybody's cheering like crazy. Like, I'm thinking, what's wrong with these people? But when you listen to what he's saying in these speeches, it's like, holy shit.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Right.
I think you got the wrong story here. And look,
Well,
who's
think
controlling the
about
world
that
now.
though. Think about that. That's the one story that a lot of people in the truth community still follow the mainstream narrative that Hitler was bad and this and that. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
But when you go and listen to those speeches and you find out who he's talking about,
Yeah.
it's pretty. Yeah, it's yeah.
It's
I like
nuts.
that. I like that.
It's almost like what's going on here now was happening then, and Hitler wasn't standing for it in his country. That's what it was all about. It's like what they're trying to do to our country. They're trying to do to Hitler's country, because that back then, before World War I, it was the same thing. Like, and then it all started happening over there, like what's happening now. That's why I think World War III is coming. They're getting us ready for it. But
Now that right there, I love that picture. That's
okay.
the pattern of our torus field on our dielectric plane of inertia that we're on, and it forms the flower of life. And that's where all the ley lines are.
Yes. So you've seen this before. Okay.
Oh, yeah, it's awesome.
Okay. So I've seen other ones. I have other ones. I'll bring them up in a minute. This just blew my mind, right? So people are seeing, if they don't know, this is the ley lines laid over an AE map, basically the same map that's over my shoulder. And just like she says, you see the flower of life and all that great stuff. And so all of these ancient, what would you call them, Jen?
But the
monuments and stuff.
Yeah, the ancient sites, all the cathedrals are all lined up on these ley lines.
Okay, are the cathedrals lined up? I can't find them.
That's what I was saying, is that all these places are specifically coordinated somehow throughout the entire world, perfectly, like longitude, latitude, perfectly. I mean, I can't believe how perfect it is. No one, the people that study it don't know why it's that perfect.
Right.
This is why the cathedrals are cathodes, and they're on specific ley lines to harness these energies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
wow.
Go on, because I
know about that, but my thing, I was trying to find, because the idea of if all these cathedrals are on these ley lines, the same way these ancient monuments and sites are. It's
the pyramids, man.
That just confirms even more that.
And what's even more interesting too is that where they intersect are key nodal points of energy, and you'll have like the Mary and Joseph ley lines in England. They intersect. They have all their cathedrals lined up on those ley lines and stuff.
Wow.
All the Salisbury Hill and stuff like that.
And they used to send water, like that's why the waterways connect, and they have they didn't have indoor plumbing. But they had fountains coming through the churches, the cathedrals, and then they used a pipe organ, and they used to electrify the water. And if you're in a tub and you drop
sounds like Atlantis.
Yeah, and they used to use if you're in a tub and you drop a toaster, right, it's gonna shock the shit out of you, right? Well, that's what they were doing. They were electrifying the water and then hitting it with frequencies and vibrations and sending it through different buildings and up and around, and using the pipe organs to switch it around. And the whole place was powered with water. They used a lot of water to waterways.
I think that's why the star forts, most of them have water running through them or incorporated into them somehow.
And the state fair, when you talk about those huge things that disappear, like the state fairs were always next to a huge river.
Oh, yeah. Or they had some sort of waterway going directly.
Big waterway, though.
Yeah.
So
the canals and everything. Yeah, the man-made canals, all the different type of. You could tell,
You would have that if that was set up like a grid system. They would be your cooling ponds, which those buildings were not meant to be lived in. They're components on the grid system.
And they knew what was going on back in the day. The things that we're researching now, we're having to redo this. Like the reset has happened before. We're part of a reset. We should know about this shit.
Yep, it's all been hidden from us, all of it. Yeah, they know. They're not going to tell us this. We have to figure it out for ourselves. And there is no ice wall. I'm convinced of it now. It's just land.
Absolutely.
There may be a few parts that are iced over, or they keep iced over for some reason or another to appear to be that it's all iced over, but it's mostly ice free. There's no ice wall.
Well, just on the last stream, I was talking about how all these like the Klaus Schwabs and shit, they all just were in Antarctica at the beginning of December. They were all just there.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out to my boy Brandon. I see you, bro.
They were all making tweets and shit like that, you know, saying, "Oh, heading to Antarctica." And why would these people go there? And then you want to look it up, and they're all, you know, of course, you're finding all these articles of people saying, yeah, they're meeting with extraterrestrials from another planet. But of course, we don't play that shit. And I mean, as I'll speak for myself, I subscribe to more land and possibly other creatures.
They are from another planet, but it's another planette, the outer version of our inner planette. A planette
they have access to other planes.
Well, if you go through the opening, you're going to be on the outer part of our inner planette. They call it
so many stories.
Wow.
Yeah, and so many stories of openings and stuff like that.
But what we need to figure out is when they went to Antarctica recently, where did they all go to? Did they go into South America? If so, they went to the Iron Republic, most likely. It's where they went.
Oh man, who has that dying question? Like, what the fuck are they doing in Antarctica?
Yeah, they ain't hanging out with the penguins. That's for sure.
Yo, that's the best way to say it. They ain't hanging out with the penguins. God damn it.
No bueno.
So this map right here is what you see here is all these white dots are pyramids.
Oh wow!
So all these pyramids.
That's what I'm saying. There it is. Oh shit!
It's like a ring of pyramids that in the same.
Now look, man, there's something going on with that shit, dog. So the dots that are in the middle of the water, the land must have been there.
Yeah, there must have. Oh yeah, well, I mean. Well, we all know that there was a flood. Obviously, look at all the water around us. Obviously, there was a flood of some sorts. There was all kinds of. I think there's a lot of shit going on, man.
And they don't have all the dots.
Scarring.
What if the dots just? What if they're missing all of them? I love that shit, dude.
What if some of them are under the water?
They're definitely under the water because the land sank, man. It looks like under the water.
It looks like they would have more like the spots where there's some missing.
Right, loaded. I think if from the looks of this picture, why not? Why wouldn't it just go all the way around? Why wouldn't there just be fucking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pyramids all the way around? They were just passing energy around the entire world. They were like, here, we've connected the entire fucking plane.
It was like an Ethernet, and they could, talk to each other, all this stuff. They could. They had flying cars. They were called flying
Call of Duty.
They were called flying carpets, but they were carpets. Cars, flying cars. Carpets.
Oh shit.
Boom, baby.
Have you seen this map, Mike?
Now that looks legit. That shit looks wild.
Yeah, we can zoom in on this if you can. There's 8 openings going around our plane, and the UN flag, where the lines intersect on the UN flag, there's 8 lines, and I think the 8 lines on the UN flag represent these 8 openings.
That's like a whole nother Earth. One of those is like a whole fucking nother thing. And there's no. And what is
Isn't
the
this
end?
map like 10 feet?
How that,
like 10 feet, 10 by 10?
Yes.
I would love to be standing in front of this, like on a wall, just looking at all of it.
That looks so legit. Like the edge is slightly broken off, and it looks legit.
Look at all the openings.
I love that there's all these openings too. It's awesome.
The openings was one of the maps, like the Tartaria, whatever you want to call it, but the ice
Now,
wall with
how
more
old is this
openings to
map?
another ice
This
wall with more openings, like that's really trippy because
I'm going to
makes
interrupt
the
you
most
for
sense.
Hold on,
this.
Mike.
This large piece right here that you're looking at, okay, this large green landmass on the border is Australia. I'm going to prove it to you now. If you scroll up to the edge of the map, you're going to see on that outer, right there, there's a little island coming off of Australia.
Right here?
That's Tasmania. If you look at Australia, you'll see that Tasmania has a space between it, and then there's the island of Tasmania. Off to the left of Tasmania is New Zealand. That's New Zealand right there, guys. It's beyond the ice wall, or what they call the ice wall. So what would happen if you got in a boat from New Zealand and started heading more out?
South.
What's beyond that? I'm telling you, that's Australia and New Zealand right there, because they're not on the inner ring circle where you would
Are
think
those
they
animals depicted? What are the animals up there?
Yeah, there's unicorns, all
Man,
kinds
they
of
got
crazy.
all kinds of crazy animals on
Wow.
this map.
I can
Because
send
and I'm
Australia.
sure there is, because like when you talk about things going extinct, that's real. You can make. I don't know if there's more, if they have like DNA or whatever in banks.
Oh my God, it is Australia.
I'm telling you, dude, because there's no
What the, where's Australia at? No, that is
Exactly, dude.
Australia.
And when I saw that other little island, I said, that's Tasmania. I just looked at Tasmania for melted buildings recently. I know how it juts off of Australia right there. That's fucking Australia.
Dude, look, because here's Africa, South
that's
America,
America,
that
Russia,
Australia. Get
So
the
they're
fuck
telling us
out of here.
Australia is part of the landmass ring that goes around us.
But look how large that is. That's
Yeah.
an entire Earth. That's an entire 7 continents.
Really big, yeah. And most of it they tell us
And it
is
gets bigger
uninhabited.
if you scale it out, that way.
Wow, dude.
I can send you the link for this map, Austin, so you can have it for yourself. You could do probably a whole 5-hour show on this map, because you can zoom in on every little detail.
Yeah, I would love for that, please. That just blew my mind right there, because honestly, where the fuck else would Australia be?
Exactly.
And if Australia is part of the ring,
dude. It blew my fucking mind. On air, live. It did.
That just fucked me up right there. Wow.
That's wild stuff.
All right, so go to the UN map that I sent you right after that.
Yeah. Okay.
And just for reference, because we were just looking at the openings. And they don't line up exactly perfect, but it's damn near perfect to where these intersecting lines are on the UN map. Flag logo, excuse me.
All right.
Boom, baby.
Boom, baby, I'm back.
They say the what the feathers are is the rest of the land, is what I hear.
Right. But let's scroll in and let's take a look at how big Australia looks on this thing. And we just looked at it over there, right? Now zoom in more if you can. You're going to see Tasmania jutting off at the back end of Australia right there, and then New Zealand off to the left of it.
Yep.
There it is. Boom, baby. And those lines leading out to those outer rings are the 8 openings.
Look at that. That's an exact match too. It's not like
I know.
That's an ancient exact match. So what we have shown today, everything else looks like, but not that part.
Exactly.
This thing's divided in 32.
It's so crazy how people don't see that.
Is that the current? Is that current?
Yeah, that's the current UN logo for their flag.
Shit.
It's crazy that people don't see the UN logo is like that, like the flat Earth.
That's crazy, dude.
How did I not see that before? That's crazy. I can't wait to look into that.
Yeah, I'm still looking for this map link. I'll get it to you in just a few.
No problem.
So the back end is Tasmania.
Yes, that part.
Well, the back. I mean, that's where Tasmania. That's really just confirming seeing on those other. Man, that's pretty trippy right there.
I know.
That is wild.
Really makes me wonder. This whole place is It's pretty fascinating. And then
The funny part is it keeps getting even more trippier every time you
so
learn something new.
what do you think about so what would these other luminaries in the sky be could they be the sun to these outer areas? Because that's the thing that would get me.
Well, that's a good question.
Or
It's
could the sun, maybe the sun does go out there and we just don't know that, the same way we all have our own personal relationship with the sun. I mean,
If it leaves our vision and to the horizon, then yeah, how the fuck would we know where it goes? It comes back every day on a certain time, so it can only go so far.
I think there's definitely more than one sun on the outer portions. I think our sun's only so far goes so far within our realm and these land masses surrounding us. That's my opinion. But there also is the inner sun, the black sun. They call it the black hole sun. And the only reason they call it the black hole sun is because it's in the black hole, the center. It's down within the flip side of our plane, and that will do a pole shift with Polaris every 360 to 400 years, I feel, which sets it right at X factor time, about 300, 400 years ago. And if this thing comes up and has an electrical discharge between Polaris and itself,
draws the geometric shape of
a pole shift. They call that a pole shift. And they've always told us that Nibiru was going to come in from underneath of our ecliptic, which our ecliptic is actually our flat plane, not some solar system that we're in, and that it would come up from underneath of our ecliptic and be seen in our skies as a second sun in our sky. And a lot of people have reported seeing second suns. And I think what's happening is that this thing is coming up out of the center. I think it also has to do with the chemtrails of them hiding what's going on at sunset and sunrise, because this is when you would see it on the horizon. You wouldn't see it as high in the sky as the sun would be during midday, but you would see it low on the horizon, just where they tell us Nibiru and Planet X we would be seeing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was a huge fan.
That was the last
shit.
thing that I studied.
Me too. I know all about Nibiru.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
That and the black satellite and the dude, all that shit.
When you look up in the sky at these chemtrails, you will notice that the sun hasn't reached where the chemtrails are.
Let me say,
let me
say this, Jen. What you're saying about, what you're saying, Jen, about the whole center sun, that really, that's crazy because I don't know if you've seen what I forgot his name, Chris Van Matry did. With Cami Nodell, and they were like using the polar lenses, and they were finding like a second sun. And I could be wrong, but from my understanding, he did an observation in South Carolina, and when they found the second sun, it was up towards the top left of the sun that we could see. And then he did another observation in Houston, and when he did, he seen the second sun was directly above the sun you could see. And then he did an observation in the out west somewhere. I don't really remember where. Now, I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure this is how I heard it. But then he did an observation in the west. And when they found the second sun, the sun that you can't see with your own eyes, up to the top and to the right. So they were suggesting that maybe that second sun or spirit sun or black sun was in the center somewhere.
It has to be lined up with Polaris, and where we're seeing it from our vantage point would make it look like it was behind our sun or up just above our sun a little bit, because we're from like up in Alabama, you know what I mean? Or where it depends on where you're at, where your perspective is. But it has to be definitely lined up with Polaris, just like our sun and our moon are, lined up with each other. As above, so below, as within, so without.
And they can only see the spirit sun with taking two polarized filters in front of the lens and turning it. That's the only way they could see it. And
very interesting.
So if you want to apply that now apply the polarized filters to hey baby, come here baby, sorry guys, apply those two polarized filters to one to the moon, one to the sun. So you got the sun and the moon going around, and they each have their own magnetic field, and that's creating a polarized filter. So it creates this Faraday effect. So that's why I feel like we can't see the tree of life in the center and the black sun in the center. We can't see that with our own eyes because these two fields is creating a Faraday effect where we can't see that action in the center. I don't know if that makes any sense to you. It just, I don't know. That's just how I picture it, you know?
Yeah.
This
So
stuff, this stuff is a trip. This whole thing. This is kind of like what Jen was showing the other night. You know, this is the same thing. This stuff is a trip to me because, like, a long time ago, I had a sub who was telling me the Earth is flat and round, and I'm like, what do you mean? And he showed me a video like this, like 6, maybe 8 months ago, and I didn't really pay attention to it because I was like, this is bullshit. You know, it's flat, but it could be flat and round because it's like a disc inside of a circle, like a ball. You know, that would be
Yeah,
good.
it's like we're in like a snow globe of glass or something, maybe like that
So
kind of.
They got us debating with all these people fighting with each other. You know, it's a globe. It's flat. It's a globe. Well, what if it's neither? What if it's
both?
this? You know, yeah, both.
Divide and conquer. See, that's just more division, getting us to just agree over something and never actually seeing the truth, but we're constantly dancing right around it. We don't even know it.
Boom. You know, space is one of those divide and conquer things right now. It's like, geez, they don't give you the answers to certain things so that we can just fight about it.
All right, I want to bring this up. And now I'm going to drop the link to it. Oh, wait, Jen just sent me something. Jen sent in fucking gravy, dude.
You don't have to bring all my stuff up right away if you have stuff to show. It's okay. I'm still in the
show it right after.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show this because it's gonna complement what we're just talking about, like the shape. Baby, do you want in or out?
Yeah, Edward.
Like,
exactly.
My dog doesn't know if she wants in or out. Come here.
Yeah, everything is distraction, man. It's ridiculous. That's why I say they don't want you to connect to yourself. They don't want you finding out who you really are. They don't want you finding out who your neighbor is. They don't want everybody to love each other. It's ridiculous.
All right, I'm gonna take this off. Come here, baby.
Hiding the truth.
All right. So this is his name is Wes Penn. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, his last name. Wes Pendray or Penray. And what he has done is he has taken everything from all biblical sources and then all these ancient cosmology sources, other religious texts that all talk about ancient cosmologies, and then he even took mythologies and all that kind of stuff, and he put it all together and he came up with this. Is it coming up on the screen? Yeah, it is. Okay. This is it's like a 24-minute video. I'm gonna drop the link to this in the chat, but what he believes is that there is if you can see this, so what you have is, do you guys see my mouse or no?
Yes, I see it.
Okay, you see it? All right,
Yeah.
So here is where we live, right? And then this is our dome or what have you, and then this is like the rest of Earth here, like more land and all that.
Friggin' organelle.
And then you have this cosmic egg, and then supposedly there's other realities, other cosmic eggs. You know, this
is this picture of a cell. it's
yeah, dude. Yeah,
this is an organelle. Yeah. We're the organelle.
It's a very fascinating video. So I'm going to throw this in the chat for you guys. This is some more gravy for you guys to roll a joint and listen to and all that good stuff. So yeah, very good. It's great stuff. It's a great listen. Check out the website. You know, it's very cool. All right. What's up, baby? All right. Let me go here.
I can't stop thinking about that star projection. Makes sense, because what bothers me is that we see stars from the land. But then you've got people who take hot air. You know, our observation from higher altitude is that it's pitch black.
The projection thing, yeah.
So what's going on there? We can almost figure that out. We can figure that out by knowing that it disappears when we rise in altitude.
the stars could be a projection. Yeah, I have a projector for my kids in the room, and it just goes, and you can see how that would work,
But the fact that the sun goes away, who knows what it's doing when it's nighttime, right? It's not
It just goes
the moon
out
and
of
the sun
our
are two
vision.
different objects. So if the sun is causing the stars,
At nighttime, it just goes away from our
it's just
vision.
got my brain working. You know what I mean? Like, damn, dude.
You could zoom in and bring
There's
the
a whole
sun back.
lot of options there. There's a whole lot
Oh,
of
that map
theories
is
you can-
crazy. Hey Jen, what do you want me to bring up these ships, or what would you like me to bring up first?
Well, we can go to the most recent thing I just sent you, those two maps. The reason there's
Okay.
two of them is because on the one shot, you could see part of the map, and on the other shot, you could see the rest of it.
Okay.
I was showing this on my show the other day.
All right, bet.
And I find it interesting that in this...
I'm going to do that, and then I got to take my dog out real quick. So you guys hold the fort down. I'm going to share it. It'll be like 2 seconds. I
just ate half a pizza on here, dude. You know what I mean? I just
You got the goldfish in the back, right?
I'm making myself at home here, man.
Mm-hmm. You're always home at the Mellow Dome, homie.
Oh, shit.
I'm nice and comfortable.
Where the best souls roam. Hey.
I'm making myself nice and comfortable here.
Okay, so there's some interesting things about this map here. It's showing Atlantis in this here, clearly that's Atlantis. And then you have South America and North America, but it's called North America is called Indus on this map. It's called Indus. And then over here, I guess you would have Lemuria, but it says Logica on the map. It doesn't say Lemuria. That's interesting. Easter Island is over here on the left-hand side of South America. I remember Easter Island being between South America and Africa, maybe more towards Africa, but in the middle of the ocean, not over here on this side. So I find that interesting that Easter Island's over here by South America.
Or at least what they showed us.
Yeah. And also Africa's really weird shaped and comes down and forms a whole nother land mass below it seems. That's interesting.
And they're connected.
Yeah.
By land.
Can you zoom in on any of this?
Is it? Yeah. Yeah, is where you want me to zoom in on?
Just anywhere. Just start looking around at stuff. Oh, on the right there where your cursor just was.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let me
the Tower of Babel is on here. So we could zoom in on the Tower of Babel because I found that to be interesting, and it's very techie and volcano-ish looking as well.
Here, I'm going to do it like this. Hold on, let me.
Well, there was something was built. That's for damn sure.
There could have been more than one Tower of Babel.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
there was even in the other depictions, the ancient depictions, you can see some other towers off in the distance.
The pyramids. Maybe they were trying. Maybe that was their blueprint to build a structure. That circle was their foundation for the tower.
There you go. Awesome, Austin. If you could just zoom into the center and then push it off to the right-hand side. Yeah, there you go. Keep going over to the very right-hand side. There's the Tower of Babel with that ring around it, that gold ring around it right there. That's the Tower of Babel right there, guys. Look at that thing. Look at that.
Looks like a Tesla coil.
On top again, the Tesla thing that we were just talking about.
It does.
The coil on top for the free energy.
Exactly.
That's a Tesla coil.
That's exactly what it is.
They always have the Tesla coil that removed from everything. It bothers me.
They remove the gold and all that.
Yeah,
Why?
Because it's Baroque. They don't need it, and they make themselves rich with it.
I don't understand why we can't.
This is what the gold rush was about out to California. It wasn't to go find gold out there. It was to take the gold down off the domes and then repopulate out there.
See, when you have these small maps and when they depict something, you can tell like what they're trying to depict. Like if you scroll up, Austin, up to those mountains, you can tell that they're trying to show that there is a plethora of mountains because you can't depict an infinite amount of mountains on a small map like this, right? But if you just draw a useless amount in a small area, it depicts that there's like fucking massive amounts of mountains, right?
Yeah.
So is this saying Atlantis is
the Antiquitech still has gold on it here. I was wondering why it was still like so shiny. I was like, no, that can't be real gold still. it's probably brass or copper, but the old copper ones are all shitty. They're like green and dark with like lime rust.
Yeah.
But the you can tell that they're made out of something good. And now I read that grasshopper one's gold leafed, and I found a grasshopper Antiquitech that has a time capsule in its belly.
Yeah,
and
that is so awesome.
And now I'm thinking this. Now I had another thought. What if there's more Antiquitech that have time capsules in it? So now me and Biggs are looking for that. We're trying to find if there's any other Antiquitech that has time capsules. There might be ones with time capsules that.
Oh, yeah, they're probably all over Boston, Ray. I think you're right about that. I know we have them.
They put time capsules. Yeah, they put time capsules probably in the ball. You know how there's a ball on them? They probably put a time capsule in there on all.
You ever do that time capsule in elementary school where you couldn't open it till you were 18?
Yeah, but I never opened it. I forgot about it. I remember we all put stuff in a time capsule when I was a kid in school, but like when I don't know, we never opened it.
Man, we gotta find some time capsules, bro.
That's where they get a lot of the tech. They find it in time capsules. The technology
buried underneath churches and shit.
So I want to go back to that picture, Austin, that you were just on. Go back. There you go. Okay, this is a Masonic depiction here. Now, what we're seeing in this depiction is Polaris, the all-seeing eye at the very top. That all-seeing eye is Polaris. Don't get it twisted. Leave out all the Luciferian stuff and everything. I'm telling you that eye symbolizes Polaris. And then you have the moon on the other side, and most likely the sun is probably in the background. But what we want to look at here is what's floating in the water in the background of this harbor. That is a Noah's Ark right there. Okay. That's exactly what it is. So there was more than one ark. We've been told the Noah's Ark story, and we hear that there's flood stories all around the world and with their own ark stories as well. So clearly there was more than one ark. I find it interesting in that in this Masonic depiction, they actually have one here. And we're going to get into looking at a few other pictures coming up here, but I was shocked to find this.
I have them all.
The coffin is confusing.
Yeah. I know.
The coffin?
Yeah, there's a coffin right there in the front part of it on the ledge, I think, by the water.
And the statue, one statue is
the coffin,
looking down at the grave while the other is like holding her hair.
And then there's some writing.
I gotta let my dog in. She's fucking
go ahead.
on the door. I'll be right back, guys.
No problem.
All this Masonic artwork always looks like it's done by like the same artist,
is that
same style.
Every little detail means something, right?
Absolutely, 100%. It all has meaning.
It all has meaning, and these guys are geniuses when it comes to just like putting it in another way
and hiding it. And if you don't know what these symbols mean, you're gonna go down all these other rabbit holes, and you're not gonna figure out what they're actually.
Right, we just said that the eye is the North Star. Now it's like, wait a sec. Now it's changing things for me. Now in my head, are like, ugh.
Yeah, and now if you look at the pyramid on our dollar bill, and they talk about the capstone and the all-seeing eye, if that pyramid is as above, so below, with the other pyramid going down, which we're going to see that symbol here coming up in just a moment, they're actually talking about how our Earth is shaped. Now, we see this all the time in their Masonic drawings. They have the checkerboard floor. They have the black hole sun with the ladder leading up to it. They have Jachim and Boaz on either side with the dome going over it, the sun and the moon on either side, and this all-seeing eye thing. All they're doing in those pictures is showing you how our flat Earth plane works. That's the big secret that they all get to find out about when they get up there.
The light and dark one, the checkerboard, I don't want to interrupt you, but the checkerboard floor, that's duality, darkness and light. And when you flash a light like that, like a strobe light, like at a certain speed, it gets dark light, dark light. Sometimes you see things in between the flashes. So that's a trip. That's a trip to me. But anyway, go ahead.
But so what the black and white floor is representing is the polar opposites, okay, of positive and negatives of our dielectric plane of inertia that we're on.
Yin yang.
Yin yang, yes. Opposites. And anyway, so let's go to the next picture.
And they use symbols to talk, like the way we have letters like A, B, C, D. They talk with symbols.
Go back to that other picture. Zoom in on this one if you can. So this is the Masonic compass and square, which what we're all used to seeing, right, all the time. But this is exactly what it means. Is they're showing the flat plane, and then you have Sol and Luna, and then you have Polaris at the top, and then the black sun below us. This is exactly how our plane is set up, as above, so below. So Polaris has an equal and opposite below it, just like our sun has an equal opposite across from it. And they know that this thing works in a certain way where our sun and moon goes around, and Polaris and the black sun come up and down and around and around, up and down and around and around.
Sun thing is
Oh,
wild.
wow.
Yes. And this is a cyclical nature that happens every 360 years, maybe. Reset time.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think we're ready for a
365 days in
reset.
a year, 360 days in a reset. Or 360
If you,
years.
yeah, 360 years ago, we're looking right around the reset time that we've all been speculating about.
Oh my
Makes sense.
gosh, dude, you
That
are
makes
fucking
sense.
me up right now.
And the
Okay,
Nibiru,
so
yeah.
Can I just say this?
We
Yeah.
figured
You
it out.
saying the whole 360 years stuff, like, so obviously it has to be a lot shorter. Like this civilization that we've created has grown in 300 years, but they're saying it's grown. It's been thousands of years. When if that were the case, like that'd be insane. Because if you go back, like say 25 generations, you're
Oh
gonna
my
have
God.
millions of grandparents. So we haven't been around that long. So
No.
a reset being that long ago, like you say, just really blows my fucking
It is
mind
insane.
right now.
It is insane, Austin, and they are doing it. They
And
did
then
it.
we all the pictures of the empty cities. We see the mud flooded buildings. Somebody came in and cleaned all this shit up. Somebody repopulated. I'm going to show you the ships that they use to repopulate.
Before
they
you
use
move on-
Noah's Arks.
It's
Before
to
you
put
move
time
on,
and space between us and the creator. They're putting time with
Yep.
this. They're adding fake time. And with the space, they're putting space. So it's time and space between us and creation. That's their agenda.
When you said 360, that made me think of like the other Tesla thing. He said the secret to the universe or whatever is
369.
369. And so listen, but real quick, I just figured something out that if we have a leap year every 4 years and there's 365 days in a year, that's a day per year, 369.
There you go. There you go. Energy, frequency, vibration.
They've been taking it away from us.
They know all this
Me and
stuff.
Austin were saying before the show, we wanted to get rid of this fucking calendar. We want to go back to the lunar calendar.
Just
Because
get
this
out
is
of
what
the
they're doing. They're
Gregorian
taking it
calendar,
away.
you know,
They
start following
forcing your
the
pagan holidays. You know, it's like, what?
start
So this
following the
compass and
equinox.
square, this compass and square is not so much about masonry, but more about keeping track of this cycle. And they know
Yes.
when it's coming. And they either want to help you or they don't. You know, they could just let us all just think nothing's going on. And then they're off in their safe zones, wherever that might be. Maybe the further out you go into these other lands, the less destruction takes place if a pole shift does take place and we get damage from it. I don't think every cycle has as much damage. The story about Nibiru back in the day when I was still in space was that Nibiru didn't always do damage every time it came through our solar system. Sometimes things would get really muffed up and sometimes they wouldn't, but they did mention an electrical discharge that took place. That electrical discharge, I think, takes place when Polaris and the black sun come down and up to each other, and then they intersect each other, and then there's an electrical discharge that may or may not affect our sun and the moon. It could give us our 3 days of darkness.
So like a massive thunderstorm, but on a moon and sun level, like
Yeah,
crashing together.
Yeah,
Like, wait.
crazy. You know, they try to tell us that when Nibiru came into our solar system, that's why Mars has that scar all over it, because there was an electrical discharge between Nibiru and Mars. They used to say back in the
Yes,
day.
I remember
The
that.
moon looks
They're
like it has
telling you-
electrical charge on it.
Yes,
You know,
so
from the
this is the
holes.
thing. The moon may have gotten hit during a few of these pole
I
shifts.
swear to God, I'm like, that's not how dirt would fucking project out of a hole.
Exactly. So this would explain what's going on with our moon. What the hell hit our moon? It was an electrical discharge of some sort.
Holy shit.
The phases of the moon are happening from the black sun coming out of the hole. The rays that come out of it give us our phases. So the moon phase is happening from a shadow created by the black sun on that one angle. He explains it in that video, the Russian dude. But let's go to the next picture.
Right.
Good stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah, great stuff, Jen. Thanks. You're fucking amazing.
Hitler used the black sun in a lot of his He had the black sun on his stuff.
Well, he
Yeah.
was friends with the people on the inside of the earth, apparently.
He's got alien fucking spaceships.
So this is a couple of the arcs that they used. They call these Hulk ships, which are from the 17 and 1800s, which puts these ships right around X Factor time. And they have no masts on them or anything. They say they use them to harbor either prisoners or for Navy personnel training and stuff like that. But clearly, these look like arcs. They look just like the arc that we just saw in that depiction of that Masonic drawing with one of these in it. And we're going to look at Noah's Ark here in a little bit. And also I'd like to mention all these people are getting off of that ship.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
What
they're all
the
getting
fuck is that? Like this looks like Carnival Cruise Lines, but what the fuck is that? That's insane.
Yeah, this is a Russian.
I reminds me of Waterworld type stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, like cities built on just
Listen,
floating
Jen,
and
I was
everything.
watching your stream the other day when you had I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right. Shepu?
Yeah, Shapu.
Shapu.
Yeah.
And I've even reached out to him and had a conversation with him. Great, he's fucking a great guy. And that Facebook group's great. But when you guys are talking about the ships, and then it was like, you know, it's like, oh my gosh, of course there would be more than one ship.
Yeah.
You know, of course. It, like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
why would I never even think of that? You know?
The whole world wouldn't fit on one ship, you
Just
know.
like I said about the
come
artist thing a
on,
minute
dude.
ago. I said they can't fit all the mountains in one picture, so they show you a bunch, right? How are we going to know how many just by one picture or one photo?
Whoever wrote that in the Bible seen that one ship, Noah's Ark, whatever, they seen that one ship, so they wrote about it. But there's probably other ships that they didn't see that didn't get written about. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, let's think critically here.
Maybe Noah got charged with all the animals and stuff, you know, and the other ships were for people. Because these Hulk ships, they say, can carry 2,000 people at a time. And I have pictures in here where they're lined up like 12, 15 of them. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. You know, it's like 24,000 people you can fit on all these ships.
What if it wasn't even actual animals though? What if it was a DNA bank, like some sort of like technology where they took the DNA strand of each animal and they stored it,
that too.
You know, and then they cloned them or something.
Noah had a spiritual awakening. He knew the flood was coming in, and he was an animal whisperer like me. He just wanted to save some animals, dude. He was like, "Come."
Well, you just add to the fact. You can add to the fact that
he was
like,
sleeping on a cow. He had his head like
Yeah,
rested on a cow, with his leg up on like a horse, like
he just mad
chilling.
animal.
Well,
Yeah, I got
he was
pictures.
Yeah, am I on the right picture?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me just say this. So we have like, I got pictures of Noah's tomb. He's huge, right?
Yeah, that long
so it
thing?
makes sense he would be huge to build such a big ship. And then you would have everyone else be huge, because I feel like everyone was bigger back in the day, not just Nephilim, but also people. I feel like we're bigger, you know? And so these bigger ships had, you know, man, this is great.
This is the next level shit right here.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all just trying to figure this thing out. All right, what other pictures we got?
All right.
All right, well, there you go. There's a Noah's Ark right there.
I'm trying to live there.
Let's zoom in on that.
Dog, that shit is lit.
I mean,
it is lit. I would love to live
Let's
in
have
that
a flat Earth
thing.
meetup there.
I'm not big about open water, but
I've never seen
that's
anything
pretty
like
cool.
that though. Like, look how massive that construction is for back then. Like,
is that part of the ship right
yeah,
there?
what is that?
yeah, that's some kind of tech on top. They say that they were supposed to be old masts or something like that, but
1896. I guess that's not too bad. They did have
does that look like Noah's Ark or what?
warships.
Yeah, dude. Look at all the windows.
That's just
Exactly.
a big ass pirate ship converted.
And this one here, this one has towers on it. If you zoom
That's a
in,
city.
yeah, you could see a Tesla tower in the very center. It's called a DJed column. And then you have pagoda-looking structures all around them, which pagodas are just more Tesla towers, and they all have tech on top. So this is
That's
another
intense. Yeah, those aren't carnival towers, people. Those are not barbershop poles.
a massive ship. And I don't think the oars are being rowed by anybody. I think that there's a mechanism that rows them. It's not people like they try to tell it.
Well, like
and you know what else too?
Machine.
The Antiquitech is a lot of them have different pieces. It looks like it's all one piece, but there was one that they took off of a roof near me, and I filmed it when it was like all one piece, and I thought it was just one piece, but no, they took it down, and now there's just a pole sticking up. So the pole in the middle was different, and it had all pieces attached to it, which made it look like one piece. They must have took it down and scrapped it. So those Antiquitech, they're made out of like little components themselves, some of them.
If they had electricity, why are they using oars?
Well,
Yeah,
that's just a sketch, first of all. That's not a real
but
picture.
It's so confusing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
the artist would know the difference between tech and oar, and like, what is that?
Well,
They could have changed it after.
They can be mechanical.
They could have manipulated it to make it look like it was like it might have been. They could have added those oars. They could have
You
just
can
painted
get a
them in
sense
now.
of how large this ship is, and this is the China ones. These are supposed to be China warships from ancient times. I mean, first off, they look like cargo ships.
They're like castles.
Yeah, they look like cargo ships and stuff. I mean, they're carrying a lot of fucking people on these ships.
Cannons. The weight of these ships. See, some of them don't quite.
What,
add up.
dude? Cannons in a ship does not make sense to me.
That's what I'm saying. The weight. Do you understand this?
Yeah. Like, what if could they have been using those things to like? Because I've seen a video where like a cannon was like making this sound.
Yeah.
This crazy sound.
Mm-hmm.
What if it was some kind of sound gun or I don't know. Just the idea of having all these cannons at the bottom of the ship rolling around.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You know.
Yeah, these just look like arcs to me. I think that they repurposed them or whatever, maybe afterwards. Look at these one. These are three of them lined up.
A huge flood. They needed
straight up Carnival Cruise Line right there.
And they all have covers over them, just like Noah's Ark. Because if it's raining for 40 days, you're going to want your ship covered.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Dude.
These
ones look wild. These ones look legit.
You can see tech on this. If you zoom in, you can see the tech on top of this stuff. There's no sails. How's this thing moving? Yep, there's tech there in the back.
Yeah.
And then the other where the flags are, there's tech as well.
Those are like the shape of the
that gondola looking.
Those flags are the shape of the Antiquitech flags that are here, but they're like made out of metal.
Yeah,
that wood. Like, is that wood? Is it? We're seeing wood, right? This lattice type stuff.
Yes, it's wood.
It's like old school plywood from when you zoom in like that.
It looks like wicker.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's like straw basket. It's weird the wovenness of it or whatever they're doing. It's a construction.
Dude,
I'm working with construction my whole life. I haven't seen anything like this.
That's another angle to it.
There's a bridge. Like some of it is like, why would they need that bridge on a ship like that?
Yeah, it's crazy, right? What were they keeping below? Was there a cargo full of people or things to get to a safe?
They had to like watch over, like you said, prisons.
Maybe they were planning on staying on the boat for a long time.
That's a really neat one.
Yeah, this one looks like it has St. Basil's smacked in the middle of it or something.
Looks like the ones you would see in the Mississippi River and shit. Like,
but these are colossal. Like this has a whole city on it and stuff. It's a massive ship.
Oh wow. Am I going the right way? Is that same ship?
Yeah.
Goodness sakes.
Okay, now
there's a good one.
Here's Noah's Ark. This is what they tell us Noah's Ark is.
And isn't there's like guys, right, who like have an obsession with this stuff and spend their own hard labor and own money and build replicas of this, of like these massive boats.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we looked at those.
And they work. I mean, they've sailed them, you know.
Well, some of these massive ships are close to the 300 cubits.
I'm putting it on the TV so I can see better, dude. I can't see nothing you guys are talking about, dude.
If you slide down on this picture, Austin,
Yeah.
I think you'll see more arc down the bottom. There, another
On the TV so I can see better.
one right there. You could see what we're talking about here. The one on the right that looks just like these ships that we're looking at.
Yeah.
And so for these big ships with, like you said, there's no sail, and you got to think about how that thing is moving.
Mm-hmm.
And why aren't they depicting it with some sort of mechanic device that makes it move?
So that story is basically one of many, because at the time of a cataclysmic flood or an X Factor event, you know, where, you know, all this happened, all these people, you know, I'm sure it was more than one boat that was built. It was like something like he was trying to get people on board with. I'm sure a lot of people were getting on board with and creating these huge ships with literal whole cities on there, like a whole like a commune, you know. And it's wow, crazy stuff, man. Really makes you think. And then you put in the timeline and everything else. You would put all these things together. You know, and people want to sit here and try and cast all this stuff away, which is what I don't like. You know, that's the one thing I like about doing my show. We've been speculating on so many things, and we know that what we're told is a complete fabrication. So, you know, we need what we're looking for. We're just looking for the truth. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah,
And
that's all you can
it's
do.
all about connecting the dots and, you know, all about discernment, like you say, right, Jen?
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Yep.
I like
I
it.
don't know if I have any other pictures I sent you there or not, but yeah, I mean, when I started looking into these ships and me and Chapu were talking, I was just like, man, these are Noah's Arks. Look at that tomb. Oh my God, are you kidding me?
Yeah. That
Wow.
too.
Wow. I never saw that before.
Whoa.
Huge.
That's how big Noah was?
See, like that's
Yeah,
what they're
no,
telling us
serious?
that they're saying, like they're not going to put some small dude in that.
They're like giants weren't real. So look at Noah's tomb. They're like
But
giants
look
weren't
at
real.
that's what I
know,
mean.
right?
Giants were real, but we have Noah's tomb that you can come and pay money to see.
They're pieces
Museums
of
kill
shit,
me though.
dude.
Like
they need to tell us
most
the
museums
truth.
are just full of fakery.
Fucking
It's just
assholes.
it's a museum.
And it would make
it's a
sense that
amusement
Noah would be big. Look at the size of the ships. I mean, my God.
Yeah, 15 feet. That's like the statue I seen in Faneuil Hall.
I
the
always
other
say,
day.
dude, with gravity, over time, we would have got smaller. I mean, that's just how physics work. If
Well,
gravity's
not
been
with,
here,
I don't think necessarily with gravity, but I think with the pressure system
Yeah.
and the whole oxygen levels, the gas levels,
Compression,
you know,
right?
all that stuff.
All
you
of
know,
it. If there is a pressure, okay, so over time,
yeah,
our-
but that's not gravity.
whatever you want to call it, whatever is pushing us down, whatever's pushing us inward, we're not being stretched. We're not.
I don't think we're being pushed. I don't think we're being pushed.
We're
It's
not
just-
being stretched the other way.
It's density.
No,
It's density and
so-
buoyancy.
there's
Whatever you
density
wanna
and
call
buoyancy, and there's an electrostatics. There's a negative charge to the Earth that establishes the downward direction.
So if we started out as giants, over time, we would have gotten smaller, in my opinion.
Everything's gotten smaller. And Matt, look at the trees.
Trees, there you go.
The trees, the animals. You
There
know,
go.
like I feel like
Prehistoric
you know,
animals. Yeah.
could be giant. There's giant kangaroos. You know, all kinds of shit. For sure.
Exactly.
For sure. Great stuff.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Let me see here.
Yeah, I love this stuff, man. It makes me think. I'm sitting here like thinking about it, man. Noah's tomb. Look how big he is.
Yeah, your brain starts
know,
working
right?
again when we talk. You know, it's like we
Yeah.
finally get to use our brains when we're in here.
It's like, dude, he was a giant. Look at him.
Absolute giant.
Compared to those guys, look, the guys next to the tomb, you can tell how big it is. It's huge.
And giants would build giant things.
Yep, they sure would. They'd have giant
And they're-
ships.
And
They'd
their
have giant
brains,
pools. They'd have giant everything. It would just
and
be
they would have bigger brains, so they would probably be smarter, and they probably had tech. They
so.
probably
Like I
knew how
said,
to just print this stuff down.
I've been working in construction my whole life, and I'm a plumber, right? You guys can all imagine what a pipe wrench is. It's about the size of my hands right here. Well, when you go into commercial plumbing, they have pipe wrenches that take 10 guys to pull on because it's so fucking massively big, right?
Right.
You know,
You ever
so
notice how the dogs, right, with
it's
dogs, right,
possible.
just like the dogs with the bigger heads are always the smartest. Like German shepherds, dude, they got like big heads. They use them for police dogs. The little dogs, they just like smell everything. They're kind of stupid. They just like bark at you all the time and just like try to bite at you. But the big dogs are actually smart, like people. So yeah, I think if you had bigger people, they would be a lot smarter than us because it just seems like things with a bigger head are smarter.
Yeah, like whales are really smart. Dolphins are really smart.
They're hiding the fact from dolphins from us. That dolphin shit trips me out.
Dolphins are nuts.
Dolphins are
Dolphin
smart,
You gotta watch out.
conspiracy.
Dolphins will try to fuck you in the water, I heard.
but they have energy
Yeah,
too.
Michelle
though.
said that too.
They
Yeah.
teach them to do that,
Well, you
man.
horny.
They make them do that for tourists.
Oh shit.
Dolphins.
So you can
Little
get your
dolphin
little
love
picture
on
and
your-
your little laugh at the dolphin park.
You don't want to get attacked by a pack of dolphins, man.
They used to give birth at dolphin parks, and they banned that because they said that the kids would come out super geniuses and like ace tests and be super athletes, and that these dolphins would do circles around the pregnant woman as she was giving birth. There's some crazy shit about dolphins, bro.
Really?
Yes, look
Heard
into
that
it.
shit.
They banned
Do a
birthing
show
with
on
dolphins.
dolphins.
It's
Oh
illegal
yeah, I
to
heard
birth.
about that. I heard about that.
Bro,
There's
You
do a
gotta
whole
look into
show
that
on
shit.
dolphins.
It's trippy, and we need to learn about the animals, man.
the
You know I
children
love
were
my
getting
animals,
like
Austin.
special abilities
I'm
and
talking
stuff.
to you
Like
about it. I'm telling you.
Wow.
Dolphin conspiracy theories.
I'm a dolphin conspiracy theorist.
everything's on the table. Everything's on the table.
We're paranoid about even the dolphins now.
They have
Like,
energy,
I think
man.
they're
When
they're
we talk
talking
about-
about us.
We were talking about like how people can feel when you're looking at them. Dolphins have some kind of not telepathy or whatever you want to call it, but they have an energy, man.
Yeah,
They
they're
can
smart.
transfer that energy. They can use that energy.
Well, I feel like there's a symbiosis here in this
There it is.
system. Like everything works with everything else. I feel like they have us out of that symbiosis, if you will, and they have us put into their matrix. And it's all about finding your peace in that symbiosis again. Not necessarily this is our realm, and we are special, but this place works a certain way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when you start going against the grain of that, and you see it, and you realize it, you start going with the grain.
Yeah.
Then that's how I'm experiencing it.
Dolphins make those rings underwater, the water rings. Do you ever see those?
Yes.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. They do that with some kind of sound wave through their, I don't know, their breathing nose holes or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, the blowhole.
Yeah, they're
I mean,
blowhole.
they have fun. They know how to have fun. There's certain animals that like just naturally just be, and then there's animals that are smart enough to know, like, hey, like ducks, how they go sliding down slides. Like dolphins like to have fun. They're like scientific almost. They play with shit. They learn trial and error animals like monkeys.
Yep. Dolphins know some stuff.
They sure do.
Well,
That show, when we were kids, what was that show? Flipper?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I was gonna
And then there
say
was,
something
this
about
huge-
Flipper.
That's when PETA started with like Lassie shows and Flipper, and they didn't want people to be capturing animals as pets because of those shows.
all right, I found an article on it.
There you go. There's a TikTok on it that shows really quickly these like resorts that used to that was their attraction. The people would come to these resorts, Dolphin Resort, to give birth.
Wow.
And there's studies showing that these kids would come out super fucking crazy intelligent.
Figures they shut that shit down.
Yeah.
It was like X-Men Academy. X-Men Academy, baby. Boom.
That's not a good one. But yeah, that's pretty interesting shit. I'll drop this link in the chat though. This is just a story about a woman experiencing that. Like she went and did it, and how it started making waves around the world, and then it might lead into that. But yeah, but we're about to actually wrap it up here soon. Let me drop this in the chat. I want to go around real quick. Let's start with you, Jen. Jen, is there anything you want to share or shout out or?
Yeah, I'm going to be going on with Hey You TV Saturday, New Year's Day. I think it's 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central. So I'll be on his channel with him, and then I'm going to be doing another show with Shapu coming up this week. We're going to get into all the chain mail and the helmets and stuff and swords from supposed medieval times and what their true function really was.
Yeah, to shoot lightning.
Yeah, and all that cool stuff. And the helmets have tech on them.
Right, and the chainmail is like to protect yourself from the lightning.
Yeah, the electricity. The swords are shooting the electricity out.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember Martin Leakey talking about that. That shit was very interesting. That chainmail shit, that's heavy shit.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense that they used it in the type of warfare that they try to give us his historical narrative.
Yeah, I've put that on before. That shit's heavy. I would hate to wear that in a fight.
Hey, they used to train beasts back in the day. We're pussies compared to these people, man.
And they seem to have been mass produced in some way. They
used to train man beasts.
Like the way they're so intricate and handmade and embellished with stuff on them and everything. A lot of the stuff that you see from the Persians and stuff, and it's crazy.
Oh yeah. All right, so Ray, what you got coming up?
I just got a new channel, right? Boston Ray Mudflood Adventures, and I still got the Michelle L channel's coming back on the 1st. My strike should be over by then. So I'm doing a new thing with
Big. You had something coming up with was it Beegs?
Yeah, Stuffed Beagle. Yeah, we call him Beegs. Martin Leakey made that name for him, Beegs, the nickname.
Yeah, I subbed him. He has good stuff.
He does, and
I was watching your guys' streams. It's good stuff.
It's good stuff, right? Because I noticed he does the same type of Mudflood research I do. So I started watching him, and then I just asked him, we should do a show, and he was like, "Yeah,
you guys work well together."
Yeah, it looks good. We get a lot of views and we get like over 100 thumbs up. I'm like, wow. Between the two channels, like I just added up because we do it on both channels at the same time, and that's smart to do that. Like we set it off at the same time, and then we put a bridge between each channel so that like people can like a link for each one, so people can go back and forth, and it's just like a big Mudflood party, dude. The whole community comes, and it takes us about 2 weeks to make one of those shows because he shows me on the map. Like I Skype with him overnight, like till like 3-4 a.m. and he shows me on the Skype. He's like, "Look, dude, this is where I need you to go," and he circles like a few blocks. He wanted to cover a whole city. That was his thing. He's like, "I don't want to just do one building. I want to do a whole city." And I was like, "That's kind of
boots on the ground, huh?"
I'm boots on the ground, yeah, and I like it because he's really good at editing and putting everything together, and he's sending me to spots in Boston that I never would have thought to look, and he pinpointed. I've been investigating Boston, and I've been trying to figure out the landfill. They're trying to say Boston was a landfill. It was all what they filled it in the like 1600s or 1700s with like horse and buggy with no electricity, no nothing. They filled in the whole water and connected this huge piece of land. And I've been trying to figure it out the whole time. Like, where exactly did they saying they did that? Like that, because it's all huge buildings, dude. Like, like why don't the buildings just sink? It's crazy. So it's the Back Bay. It's called the Back Bay of Boston. Beegs pinpointed it. He's like, "Look, dude, this is where they're saying they filled it in." So now that's what we're covering next. He's sending me to the Back Bay. And it's going to be amazing what I find there because that's where they filled it in. That's where they're saying they filled it in. So I'm going right into the the whole area, and we're gonna do the whole city. Like it's gonna take time, but we're gonna
Hell
cover
yeah.
the whole Boston.
Nice.
And yeah.
Mike, what you got coming up?
Oh, chilling. THC Sunday at 7, man. We're gonna be talking about green screen technology. Don't get fooled in 2022. Turn that fucking TV off. We're gonna be talking about augmented reality. We're gonna be talking about virtual reality and live editing. So we're gonna be talking about it all, how they can trick the masses so easily, and why everybody's fooled about space, and what Facebook's coming out with, and how dangerous it all is in the wrong hands. So it's gonna be a great show.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to the chat. Love talking to y'all tonight. Thanks, Jen. That was some fucking fire information. I can't wait to listen.
Yeah, that was awesome that you came on, Jen. That was good.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was gravy.
I
That
couldn't-
blew my
map stuff
mind.
was
You
real
really,
trippy.
I connected a lot of dots, and that's that's what it's been like. I've been watching you guys, you and Steve and CFM. When y'all three are together, it's like, damn, man, y'all putting out some heat.
Yeah.
Sam Man's good at the Mudflood stuff, right? He is. I noticed that too. When he was with Jen doing Mudflood stuff, I was like,
It's just like what they just, I don't know,
Is
man.
Sam Man
They
doing
put
it?
their heads together, and it's good stuff.
Like
By the way,
Boom-
Ray, I like your go. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's just like Boom Baby when the three of us get together.
boom, baby. What were you gonna say? You like what?
I like your channel name. I feel like it's like whitewater rafting adventures. Like it's just an exciting name.
Yeah, that's what
I'm like, where do I go to
Exactly.
sign up for Mudflood adventures? What?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's a
It's
good
gonna
name.
get better.
It's a good name.
I'm gonna make it better. It's just
Actually,
the beginning.
I'm actually gonna show one more thing. You guys can hang around if you want. I'm gonna show one more video, and then I'm gonna give a shout out to my patrons. I'm gonna start doing that at the end of each of my streams, and then we'll head out of here with a song to Flat Atlantic. But let me share this actually. Share with audio.
Well, there you have it.
Yeah.
Boom,
Leave that
baby.
with you. Boom, baby. Don't fall for the bullshit. All right, y'all. That was great.
I ain't buying none of that bullshit, even if it's on sale.
That's real. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And that's what it's all about right there. Just don't fall for the fucking bullshit. Keep it fucking real. Just please stop watching the television. Stop watching the news. They don't care. Nobody at a podium cares. And just that whole message of it, that was just amazing what he talks about with getting down to the actual, like, thinking that way. Just, wow, that was just mind-blowing that even the messenger, like healing your wounds, like creation happening every single day all around us. It's amazing. And we take all of it for granted,
Yeah.
It's,
and we're mostly disconnected from it for the most part, never even thinking about it or giving thanks for it even.
Yeah, absolutely. So this will be up on Rockfin. I'll probably just cut the back end out later and put it back up on YouTube. Because they'll see that and fucking want to come at, they'll take it down right away.
I know. I kind of want to put the Mudflood pod on my new channel too, to have someone, because I'm putting all my Mudflood stuff in one location.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll do that then. I'll
take it off Odyssey or whatever.
Yeah, I was having a problem getting on the Odyssey. It wouldn't even connect to my Facebook tonight for some reason.
Your Odyssey got messed up. Mine got messed up, and all my videos said anonymous, and I fixed it. Oh, you fixed it? Once it gets messed up.
I just got a new computer, so it was kind of hard to get back into it. But then now all of a sudden my Facebook wouldn't connect, but oh well.
But you had it live yesterday, right? How did you do that? Well, we'll talk about it later, but yeah, I can't get my Odyssey to go live. I tried to go live on there. I set the thing up, and I couldn't get into the stream. Like, it set it up. It said it was going to go live.
You got the streaming software? Are you using a streaming software?
Can you?
Because that one you
That-
need one.
Oh,
They don't have one.
oh, so
Like this, they don't have a thing
So
you can do it on.
what about
the-
Streamlabs?
Yeah,
It would work.
that'll work.
So I don't know
I
how
believe
to.
so.
I gotta hook up the Streamlabs to that somehow. I gotta figure
Because
that
you're
out.
using your phone, right?
Yeah. No, actually, I am using my phone, but there's a computer here, dude, at my house. I just gotta set it up. I don't know if it really works that well, but it's not. It's a good one. It's not bad. So it's
yeah.
Michelle's, but I'm just gonna set it up. It's been sitting.
Well, it's
So
worth
I'm
a
working
shot,
on.
that's
I'm
for
working.
sure.
I'm working on it. Yeah, it's worth a shot, right? So I'm trying to get shit set up so I can do streams too, like good ones.
You've been
Hey
putting
guys, well, thanks
yourself
for
out there,
having
Jen.
me. I'm gonna bounce out of here.
All right, Jen. Much love. Thank you.
All right,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Love you guys. Bye
Love
bye.
you too,
Let it
Jen.
not be said that we stood by and did nothing.
Boom,
Oh, yeah,
baby.
that's true.
That's right. Bye bye.
Great talking to you.
Bye.
I'm gonna show one more thing actually.
All right, let's go.
Hey, I got plenty of weed.
I'm not in a rush. I got two different kinds of
I
dabs.
got to smoke one for flat.
I got one dabs that's called Motor Breath,
I promised
And I
flat
have-
fellow I'd smoke.
and I have another one that's called Sour Diesel. I have Sour
Yeah.
Diesel dabs, and I have one called Motor Breath. So I'm
I
doing
love
all right
both of
tonight.
those.
The last what was it? Like last week I didn't have shit, dude. I was bumming, dude.
Oh,
I
I
didn't
remember.
have.
I read that in the chat, Ray.
Yeah, man, and that never happens, dude. It's been years, but
Don't
I
you
just
hate that?
I didn't
You
plan
can't
ahead,
even like
dude.
find a friend. You're like, bro, I just need a fucking bowl pack,
Yeah.
bro. Let
No, it
me
was
let me
like-
get your
it was like-
resin, dog.
It was like Christmas. It was like at night I ran out on like maybe Christmas Day, Christmas Eve. I don't know. Sometime I had it for 2 days. I ran out, dude. And it was like Christmas Eve and Christmas
Like,
Day.
dude,
was
I
like,
will
what the
scrape your
fuck?
bowl.
I did. I scraped out. I scraped out
I
everything.
haven't had that.
Resin
problem.
hit everything.
Mike.
I went on a rampage, dude. I probably was. I don't even know. I'm probably smoking plastic, dude. Who knows? But now I'm doing good. Things are back. Things are back and popping again. Boom, baby. So
All right, so in 2 weeks, I'm gonna have Breaking the Chains Volume 3. So I want to play this video because about it, maybe once a day I find a video that relates to sobriety or whatever, and just like it's a little motivational thing, and I share it. So I just want to share this with all of you. So let me just play.
Fuck! It's okay. Let's go to the hospital and get better.
Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, so stay strong, y'all. You know what I mean? Like, even when that shit happens, if you fall, man, don't let that fucking end anything, Pick yourself right back up. You know what I mean? Keep it
Goddamn
moving.
right, man.
Trucking.
It is. You can't complete that shit on the first try sometimes, dude. But do what it takes.
So-
Do
That's
it through
real.
2-3 times.
Sometimes
Whatever.
the one day at a time thing, man. Sometimes you gotta take it 1 minute, 1 hour. Like you at first you can't worry about everything all at once, but it's important that you make a 5-year plan, because that's what happened to me. I started living my days 1 day at a time, 1 day at a time, 1 day. No, first it was like 1 hour at a time because I was locked up and it was crazy, and I was like, just take it to the next hour, and then it was like one, I started going longer, and then I was taking it 1 day at a time. And then next thing I know, like 20 years went by 1 day at a time, and I didn't make no plans, dude. And then I ended up with kids. You know what I mean? So it's like,
Yeah.
you need to be like, where do I see? I'm gonna do this 1 day at a time, but where do I see myself in 5 years? The difference.
Right.
The
I think
difference
it works. I think the best advice is whatever works for you, bro. Because there are people that
Yeah.
I sat through in AA that were diehard AA and it worked for them. I didn't listen to a fucking word of it. I sat through every single time a meeting I was supposed to be there, but not a single word of it helped me except for listening to people's stories. except for hearing about their failure or their pickup or their greatness that they went through. But none of the steps and shit helped me at all. I just decided to quit one day, and I fucking love life because of it. So there's no fucking way I'd go back. I don't care what you offer me.
The men's meetings are fun, dude. I used to go to this one in Framingham called TSDD, Tough Shit Don't Drink. It was a men's meeting, dude. You know, like tough shit. And the guys are like, they had like 20 years sober, you know, and they were like,
Damn.
they were on crack. They were fucking alcoholics.
Yeah.
Dude, they had like Escalades and shit now because they were like 20 years sober.
Yeah.
And they're like, who cares if you, they used to be like up there, like, who cares if you got in a fight with your wife and she left you? Tough shit, don't drink.
Yeah, straight up.
Who gives
dude,
a fuck if you?
Tough,
who gives
bro.
a fuck if you trash the car and you fucking tough shit? Just don't drink, you know. And it was nuts, dude. They would like yell in your face, but it was fun, dude, because like it was just all guys and there's no women around. We just joking around about all kinds of shit, and it was a good time.
But
dude.
I resonate with
Shout
that
out to
video you did,
TSDD in Framingham. Yeah,
you remember
that's
how
a good
tough
meeting.
it was though when you were going through it? I remember laying on my couch crying to myself, going, "I don't want to live anymore." And I didn't want to live. I honestly made the decision that I didn't want to live. Those were some tough times, and I would cry to myself and I'd blame others. And now I look back and I'm like, fuck that, dude.
Yeah, man, it was tough for me, man. But I did it to myself. My dad used to tell me, Ray, you're a revolving door.
We all are, bro. We all like in, out, go drink, smoke, you know. Like,
no, but I'd go from like one thing to another, dude. I'd be on one thing for like a few months, and then I would just switch it up, and I'd be on like a completely
and everybody would say,
different
"Good
drug.
job, Ray. You're doing such a good job." And then
I'd come back around,
else.
yeah, and I'd come back around to doing the same shit, and it was like a big fucking revolving door.
All right, man. I'll let you run it out, Austin.
Nah, you good, man. You guys are great. All right, so let me do a shout out to the patrons. Here we go. So I've never done this before, so I'm gonna start doing this at the end of every stream, to show appreciation. You guys, thank you. I really do appreciate you guys. Are fucking legends.
And because I can't go on volume 3, I just did want to say this is my 3-year sober, and I just want
to good for you, man.
Congratulations, and I will be dropping the link so you will be on there. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure you'll be watching, right?
Awesome.
So you'll be there,
dude. I mean, it's and one day I will be able to share my story. Hopefully, you'll have a volume 4. One day I can come on and share my story. But dude, I mean,
for sure, man. It's just I got 4 people. You know what I mean?
I totally understand.
It wouldn't be fair to try to squeeze you on.
I'm on all the time. I have no qualms with that at all.
So, but yeah, definitely volume 4 for sure.
But literally yesterday was my 3 years.
When is
so
that?
I just want to do a shout out to anybody who's in recovery. Shout out, keep it up, stay alive.
It's this Wednesday.
It's in 2 Wednesdays.
2 Wednesdays. All right. Get ready for that.
Yeah, so shout out to the Mellow Vibe Tribe, the patrons that support my efforts. I really appreciate y'all. We got Peyton Land, much love, Jeranism, David Harrell, Angela Carson, Simon Ellison, Jennifer Ann Murphy, Austin Whitsitt, Chris Fike, Faye Morrissey, Shane Taff, and the OG Shelby Williams. So shout out, much love. Thank you so much for all.
I met Faye, Austin. Did I tell you? I went to Faye's house too.
Oh, you did?
I met Joe. I met Faye. Faye gave me.
Oh yeah,
milk.
I watched that stream.
Faye gave me milk and cookies, dude. They have a huge dog the size of a bear. They have a dog like I've never seen before, dude. It's huge.
Big ass,
they're great people, man.
No, it's bigger than a Great Dane. It's like a bear. It's like a bear. I'm cool with the dog though. I love dogs. But yeah,
like,
Faye's
come here,
awesome.
buddy.
Yeah, man.
They're shout out to Joe and Faye. I love those. They're great.
Yeah,
I love them.
Yeah,
they're cool as fuck.
Joe's
Faye's
awesome too. Joe's awesome too. Yeah.
Yeah, so's Joe. They're great people, man.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, but thank you guys. Shout out to all of you. Again, Peyton Land, Jeranism, David, Angela, Simon, Jennifer, Austin, Chris, Faye, Shane, and Young Love. Thank you so much. And if you guys want to become a patron, you can go to realmellowdome.com. There's a link there to become an official Mellow Domer, to become an official part of the Mellow Vibe tribe, is what I'm liking to call it, honestly.
So you come up with the best names, bro.
You know, it's something that I just want to, I think it's just good, you know, it'd be great. And then if I can get, you know, enough people in there, maybe I can start doing Patreon only streams like once a month or so. We'll see what happens, but it'd be cool, you know. But yeah, so and then you can let me do shout out over at Rockfin. You guys can donate over at Rockfin if you want. I really don't know. You know, it goes to this wallet that I have, but that's it. Crypto is a weakness of mine. What's up, Mark? Mark's over there. We got one person over there. It looks like my Rockfin's acting stupid too. Like it keeps telling me I need to go live again when I am live. So I don't know. Yeah. And then Facebook wasn't working, but yeah.
No, we can get rid of Restream, man. We need to sit here and do some tutorials. We need to talk about
I think Restream looks better than StreamYard though. Like I noticed on some of the
StreamYard's done right by me, man. StreamYard's done right by me.
We're gonna
for a while. I got better computer now, so
we gotta level up. It's time to.
Yeah, I want to try and what is it called?
OBS.
Streamlabs.
OBS Streamlabs with OBS.
Yeah.
I need that.
That's the best one.
Yeah,
that's what I need then. That's what I'm gonna get.
I need to play with
it. It costs money to get the good. It costs money to jump you up and get the right little tools it's got, but
yeah,
it's worth it. It's worth it. If you want to make a good show and you're ready to take it to the next level, then that's where it's at.
You need Streamlabs and OBS. That's what I'm gonna get.
That's what it's called. It's called Streamlabs with OBS.
It's not two different ones. It's just one.
Right.
I have Streamlabs on my phone, but I just got the free version. But I don't think
you need a PC. I mean, like I'm saying, when you're ready to step it up, man, you got to get all the equipment.
Yeah, I am. I think I got it halfway.
Together.
I think I got it halfway there, and I'm gonna get the rest soon. I'm working.
You'll get there. You'll get there, bro.
It's my mission.
Man, reach out to Mike. He'll give you the best. He'll find you the best deals. I got a pretty good.
And I'll help you set it up, bro.
Computer, like this is a really good computer, and it's like a steal. It's like I stole it. It, you know, for the what it's like, the value of it, and the amount I got it for, like, it's great.
Affordable.
Yeah, affordable. Well, that and because of patrons and the few donations. And if you go back and
look at Austin's stream from 2 weeks ago, look at the quality from him from today to now, and that only cost him a few $100, and now his stream and now it's permanent. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got to piece it together.
Now, you know, y'all can like see
stuff.
Dude,
I noticed that Austin's files are really good because like I always mirror people's shit. I downloaded off Odyssey, and I
Austin's files were small because of the quality.
No, Austin's files
on Odyssey were good.
Austin files are huge though. I think it's because they have better quality than the other ones, right?
Well, that's only because through Odyssey, because it was like a direct, you know, I feel like it was a direct feed from Restream. I didn't have to really like fuck with anything over there. Yeah. But it was a file. And then but I have a thing for you that you can use. Someone told me about that it can compress your files for you. So
WinRAR for your phone. It's called WinRAR Zip, and you can just, if you need to save space on your phone or computer.
WinRAR Zip. I'll have to. I don't know shit about it, but I'll have to look into it, man. I'll figure it out.
All right, I'm gonna go. So we got Flat Atlantic this weekend. I'm very excited for me and my wife. We are going. We're gonna be at the beach, chilling with about 50 amazing people. It's gonna be a great fucking time. I can't wait.
That's awesome.
So yeah, it's gonna be such a good time. Ray, thank you for coming on and chilling, bro. Mike, thank you so much. Jen, if you're still in the chat, thank you so much. That was cool. It was a great smoke sesh, guys. Thank you.
I know.
Still got a little bit left on the joint.
I got baked.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoned.
Yeah. So
worked out. So
that worked.
Yeah, so next Wednesday we're gonna have Benjamin Balderson on. Very excited for that. It's gonna be a great time. That's gonna be 7 p.m. Eastern. The this weekend I might go live from my phone for a little bit, just say what up and show you all the atmosphere and everyone say hi and all that good stuff. But yeah, it's gonna be a good time. I'm excited to hang out with everybody. A lot of people from the Kakalaki crew's coming. It's gonna be a good time.
Oh man, yeah, that's dope.
So yeah, and then so catch us 7 p.m. Eastern Wednesday night. Guys, put your links to your channels in the chat. I don't know if you have already, but everyone, thank you for being here. Let me do a shout out before we go.
You got to jump on. You got to jump on with your phone stream, man, and just show us like a good little episode.
Right.
I want to be linked because I want to feel Flat Atlantic. You know what I'm saying? How else am I going to do that?
Yeah, we need.
I need to see it through your eyes, Austin. You got to get.
All right, Melanie Moran, what's up? Thank you for being here. 3 fingers. Stanley Fan Man, my brother. What's up, man?
What's up, Stanley Fan Man?
My wife's been wearing your shirt a lot. It was cool. I didn't know I had CFM on the back too. That was cool. I like the whole Star Wars lettering. It's badass.
Someone put my link in the chat for me, man. I can't figure out how to do it, man. I'll lose it. I don't have it.
Someone put Ray's link in the chat.
A couple people have been hooking you up, Ray. I've seen it. I've seen your link a few times.
Yeah,
Scott Level Realm, what's up? What's up, Scott Level Realm? Angela, much love. Thank you, Angela, for all your support. Appreciate it. Hippie Shake 29, what's up? Salted Cedar, how you doing? What's up, Gary? Jameson, much love, bro. Melanie Moran, what's up? Question the answers, how you doing? What's up? One Neo. What else we got here? No Despair Bear, what's up, my guy? Realize, how you doing? NH Guy, what's up? How you doing? Jen T.I. Murphy, what's up? Much love. Thank you so much. Daryl Davis, what's up?
We're in business.
Got that herbals.
Hey, Commercial Sound and Video, what's up, man? How you doing? Mad Pie Man, how you doing? Hey, what's up? Bunch of great people here. Thank you so much for being here.
The jellyfish died. Commercial Sound and Video.
Yeah. All right. So thank you everyone for being here. I'm gonna close it out with a video for Flat Atlantic 2 for this weekend. It's gonna be a great time. Gonna have a lot of fun, and then I will catch y'all Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Don't miss it. Benjamin Balderson. It's gonna be a great conversation. It's gonna be good. I'm very excited for it. All right, guys.
Flat gang. Boom, baby.
For real this time.
Flat gang, dog. Hey, when you keep it real, you keep the real ones. All right. Wow. Peace and love.
It's about that time, you're in the zone. Welcome home to the Mellow Dome. With us, the Mostin and all of his guests. One love, baby, you know we the best. We here to sow the seed, consult the weed, be wise to deed, and hack the holy feed. And hang with the wisdom, beat the system. All my ball of friends, I haven't missed them. Open up your mind and stop resisting. We know the world is flat, and that's a fat jack. But it's more than that. Fuck all the shit they say started with the bat. And any fat cat, Democrat, diplomat.